Our Orlando's rock station. Thank you for rocking on the job with us. It's Lynch and Tacos show. I'm Pat Lynch. Tacos here. It's time to tech it out. Some tech news. It's brought to you by Pick Your Ticket Thursday. That's going on on our Instagram, Taco Bob?
Yes, at 1011 WJRR. Just click on the video that Klinger has up, and you could be winning tickets to all the JRR shows coming up, like Papa Roach, 9 Inch Nails, Dropkick Murphys, Highly Suspect.
Update being given right now on the fatal crash last night where a U.S. Black Hawk military helicopter collided with an American Airlines regional jet. Everyone feared dead. The crash on approach to Reagan National Airport in D.C. Everybody ended up in the Potomac. 30 bodies thus far have been recovered. There were 64 people on the plane and 3 on the chopper.
I told you once it starts getting light out, the footage, and that's just sad to see.
Potomac is 35 degrees right now, so even if somebody managed to survive the fireball, which
was bad,
going into 35-degree water, you're not going to last very long in the darkness of night. It's just a horrible situation. We do have a live feed of the continuing coverage on our Facebook page if you want a quick, easy way to get more on that. All right, check it out stuff. The big news this week has been the announcement in the AI push from this outfit called DeepSeek, Chinese AI, which made this announcement earlier in the week that they have accomplished what a new initiative in the U.S. was announced and set to do this week, and that was, be the best, fastest, most efficient AI available. That they have done it first and for a fraction of the cost.
Mm-hmm. The numbers that were thrown out for the U.S. were going to be huge.
Billions and billions of dollars to do it here. And then this DeepSeek says, oh, well, we've kind of already got that going here. It's only available in mainland China. But wait, now there's a new development.
All right, give it to me.
Another Chinese AI outfit called Alibaba has just rolled out their Qwen 2.5 Max, which they say smokes DeepSeek.
Oh, when you said there's another update, I thought you were going to say they were just joking. Well, like me Chinese, me play joke, me go pee-pee, that one. I thought maybe it was like a psych.
So another Chinese AI developer, Alibaba, says their Qwen 2.5 Max leaves DeepSeek in the dust. The takeaway here is this is either Chinese propaganda or it's true, and we got some serious catching up to do in this country when we thought we had a huge head start.
And 3, why would they name something from China Alibaba?
There is one other development as it relates to this. OpenAI, which is, the big deal here in the U.S., is now alleging that DeepSeek used its models for its AI training. Oh, you don't say that the Chinese are stealing IT information from us here?
It's all those big tinfoil balloons up there, and then it's, and the drones that nobody's talking about in Jersey, and yeah, they got they were TikToks, or AI thieves.
We did get an update on the drone stuff in the first press briefing of the new administration. It was just kind of a random update that just about every one of those drone sightings in the investigation says they were all cleared and approved by the FAA to be operating, and that it was not the enemy. Somehow I think there's probably a little bit more to this still. The new iOS 18.3 update will include Starlink satellite connectivity for select iPhone users, which is good news because initially it sounded like it was just going to be available to Android users or with Samsung phones through T-Mobile. Now it looks like some iOS Apple products are going to be able to take advantage of the Starlink satellite connectivity. You find yourself in a remote area of the world where there's not good connectivity.
Yeah.
Boom.
You're out hiking and maybe something came across an injury, you're laying there with a snapped leg.
So it's still early on in this, but it's coming. It's coming fast too. So Comcast announcing this week they are rolling out an ultra low lag tech that could fix the internet. Lag, of course, is a big complaint, mainly of gamers.
Yeah.
They are testing this new ultra-low lag connectivity in Atlanta, Chicago, Colorado Springs, Philadelphia, Rockville, Maryland, and San Francisco. The technology powering this upgrade is based on a standard called L4S, which stands for Low Latency, Low Loss, Scalable Throughput. Bottom line for this, if you're a gamer, this is great news to have this technology eventually reaching probably everybody at some point. And also, those of you who may not necessarily be gamers but like to do things like FaceTime, you know how that can be kind of choppy sometimes and awkward, and maybe the voice doesn't exactly match. It's going to be more like just watching a show now when you're on FaceTime. We get this low lag capability.
Cool.
So it's cool.
Like you said, gamers, they're the ones really profiting.
Let's see. There is a new proposal to try to end the piracy that's going on here in the United States and around the globe with, these offshore pirate websites where you can go and get just about any kind of movie or show or whatever.
Yeah.
With really no problems here in the U.S., even though currently ISPs, your service providers, are supposed to give you a warning should they notice you are using that type of material. There's no teeth to that. Nothing's happening. Now they're proposing a law in a partnership with the actual movie industry that would force providers to block access to foreign piracy websites. The bill would also force DNS providers to block sites, which would make it much more difficult to get everything for free in this country. Again, it's just being proposed at this point.
So basically, it's being proposed that now they'll possibly do something because they're being greased with a little from the movie industry.
Well, yes.
Little motivation and the monetary wise.
Everything. You know how that goes. Yeah. Scratch my back, I scratch yours.
There you go.
A big complaint from the music industry is that they get ripped off when it comes to getting paid for streaming. For this.
Yeah, 100%.
And most of these artists will put a bullseye on Spotify, saying Spotify's the worst. They're the worst with paying us. Well, Spotify now is doing a little, shall we say, public relations info here, saying that it paid $10 billion to music industry artists last year alone. The company added that it has given nearly $60 billion in industry payouts since its inception. So this is, one of those he said, she said debates that's going to go on.
I'm just thinking to myself, if you're paying out $10 billion, how much are you making?
Right.
God,
right.
Dog.
Exactly. A lot is the answer.
Yeah.
And this is interesting. The tech giants have seemed to all buddied up to the new administration, including Mark Zuckerberg, who has done a total 180 on his feelings towards Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. It's become even more evident now that Meta, his company, has agreed to pay and settle a lawsuit over the Facebook and Instagram suspensions that were slapped on President Trump back years ago, took him off those platforms. Well, they sued, and they have now settled for $25 million. So Meta is going to pay him $25 million. $22 million of that will go towards building a future presidential library after his term is complete. The rest will go to handle legal expenses.
Well, that's cool. And I don't care which side you're for or whichever. Banning anybody like that, even if you ban the other president, that's just wrong.
It is. There's a thing called free speech, and with that,
that's why I think that anybody from any side looked at that and was kind of like, "This is fishy."
Yeah. So it's nobody wants to be muzzled. Mm-mm. Is everything you read, see, and hear accurate? No, never will be.
Exactly.
And if you kind of have that attitude, it's a little easier to digest this type stuff. But interesting to see these tech giants who once, were mortal enemies have now kind of changed their tune a bit.
It's kind of what's good for you, right? Kind of like the music thing.
Scratch my back, I scratch yours. You know how it goes.
Get my old construction days when I was building high rises in Chicago.
Push that permit through, right?
That's how we did it.
Yeah. You had high-rise days?
You know. I did something. I had a different invention. It was called low rise. It was an underground movement. We built underground.
No rise. You're sleeping in on the weekends.
Lynch and Taco. On demand. Download the iHeartRadio app.